welcome to the stream. I believe I've been sitting a lot lately. So thank you for tuning in. I'm loving the process of, streaming my classes. I'm getting used to it. I'm being a regular at it. And, it's so good. It feels like expressing yourself. And let's just begin. So basically, today, we talk about the mental health, a very integral factor upon cracking an examination, be it your net exam, be it any specific exam in the world. So it's purely about the mental health. Let's start like a poll. Yeah, poll is good, I guess. Let's begin. Enrolled for. Have you enrolled for the NETure Batch? NETure Batch by the Palace of Words. Enroll. So yeah, poll has been created. That have you applied for the NETure Batch or not? So today we talk mental health, and mental health is really something significant, and it is worth being talked about. So no matter whatever you're appearing in, whatever exam that you're cracking, your mental health matters the most. How composed you are in a tough situation, how calm you are, that makes you a victor in life. And a lot of times it happens that aspirants for net exam, they, crack multiple net. They have like 4 net, 5 net, then it just becomes like a batch. Hey, I've cracked net 4 times, I've cracked net 7 times, I've cracked net 99 times. But it's about being consistent and going ahead with your preparations, because eventually it happens. No one succeeds overnight. There might be many students who are just appearing for their masters, or many of them who have just kind of they might be just ending their masters, or they might have taken a drop after a master, or they might be appearing for their PhDs. The journeys could be many, but that indomitable spirit has to be there at the forefront. You really have to cater to like a great spirit, a great charisma. That's what matters most. Because when you will go with all your heart and all your conviction, success is sure to come. So then you'll, certainly succeed. And I suppose we'll be waiting for the students also. And yes, there's someone who's joined. Welcome to the stream. And it's the time where mostly the kings and queens of Palace of Words are devouring their meal. It's the dinner time, but it's good. Thank you very much for being attuned and joining the stream. So today we talk about a very important aspect, the mental health. It's important in exam, it's important in life. It's something that is really, it needs a great discourse and deliberation. We really need to talk about it in the greater detail, and we really need to go all in, and we really need to take good care of our mental health. We really need to be the victors in life. Then, be it an exam, be it any kind of a situation that we're dealing with, we always get better. We always, make the most of it. So that's, I guess, something that needs the greatest focus. Because if your mental health, your mental well being, your mental toughness is on point, everything falls in line. There'll be failures, of course. There'll be like times when you feel like, not touching your books. There'll be despair, there'll be hopelessness, there'll be negativity. but the one who deals with it and who fights it all and emerges as a winner at the end of the day is the real victor. The main idea is to, take good care of your health. You might have seen a lot of counseling sessions with schools, colleges, universities where students are constantly advised to sleep well, sleep adequately, have a balanced diet, play a sport, take good care of their health. Because, the main thing, our body is our temple. We need to serve it well, we need to nurture it with the right food, we need to nurture it with the right exercise. We really need to be mentally active and alive, mentally fit, physically alive, physically active, physically fit. So this is, I guess, the key step to prepare for your examination. So whenever you're preparing for an examination, you should have a pirate mentality. That just burn the bridges. You do not have a plan A or a plan B. I remember myself as an aspirant when I was just pursuing my master's, or I was just out of my master's or something like that. So I used to just fill in all the exams there were. Civil services exam, I didn't like prepare for a banking exam, or I never filled the banking examination. But I used to be like, okay, I'll maybe, I'll crack my set, I'll crack my HPPSC, I'll crack, this exam, that exam. But what used to be the greatest drawback was I'll write my HCS examination, my IAS examination. Whenever you've committed to something, like you've maybe, enrolled yourself to write a certain exam, you're bound to be duly committed towards that exam. If you think that, hey, it's not a jackpot, it's not a lucky draw that you try your luck. And it's very easy to fill an exam. You can just go and get there, get online, get to the portal, upload your documents, just pay the examination fee, and it's done. The real deal is to crack an exam. Millions, many, many millions, many multi millions of people, they filled an examination, but it's only the chosen few who crack it. So the real deal is preparing for the exam and preparing with a single focus. Sailing in a lot of boats is surely going to get us sink, right? We are surely bound to drown. If we'll be like, hey, I can try my hands at this, I can try my luck with this exam or that exam, you're bound to fail. There's no chance stopping you. There's nothing in this world that will kind of help you and support you in your examination. So always ensure that you have a sharp Arjun like focus as Arjun had in the Mahabharata, and then you appear and crack your examination. Rather than just being, very delulu about it, if I use the Gen Alpha lingo. So have a stern focus. If you've written an exam, you've enrolled yourself, you've registered yourself for an exam, that means you're there to crack it. I know at times, as aspirants, you're young people, like you're maybe in your early 20s, 19, 20, 21. That's the age bracket that we're catering to. So at this point of time, you have all the energy. You also need to do a number of things. You have to live a life, you have to travel, you have to go camping, you have to kind of, ride a bike, you have to, run, you have to, travel the world, explore. It feels like, this is a peak because obviously youth is our prime at a day and age. Like, the only thing that I envy younger people is that, I will never get a chance to walk in those shoes. I've already done. I can never be 18 again or 25 again for that matter. So there are a lot of complexes. One thing is that you'll just be in a complex about, hey, my content on Instagram is not getting a lot of reels. That's, I guess, still a complex of mine. I feel that mostly when I do get that kind of a delulu that, hey, am I not good enough? And there's one noble soul who joined our stream. Thank you very much. And, we're talking mental health today. So your self worth has to be measured by your own tape. Or maybe like there was someone who joined and just immediately left and got back to the doom scrolling. So such a loser he was who just came and left. He has lost such a vivid opportunity for a wonderful discourse. He's just skipped an opportunity for a life changing sermon. So, just have good perspective and a higher self worth and a self esteem. I'm here, I'm catering to some quality content. Right now, there's no one in my stream, but I know, this would be there in the YouTube forever. And the one who wants to reap the benefit of the stream will, anyhow, reap the benefit of the stream. So, my main idea and the agenda just is that, doing seva, doing the niswart karam, as it is said in our language, that I do not have to have any preconceived notions attached to why I'm doing this, or what the result would be, and I should be a big hit on a YouTube, I should be a sensation, people should just run behind me for selfies and things. But the main idea is to create value. Education is something that is my love, it's my soul bread and butter. Since I just had a stream at 4, I'm the same person who've had a 3-hour long stream at 4 in the morning, and I'm back to the evening stream because it's something I love. It's my heart's desire to be an educator. So I'm right here doing my bit. There are millions, billions of people YouTube, but even if one person attends to this stream and gets something out of it, even a one life is touched, and one person focuses on the energy in the right way, one person focuses on maybe motivation or good mental health, or better preparations, or a life advice that has been life changing for my own self, my task is done. Because what happens next is that basically it is about adding value to the world. I'm here, obviously, right now there's no one in my stream, but this stream would be saved in the my live section of my YouTube. So people who wants to be benefited by it will anyhow search it and find it. My deed is just to be here, show up, and whosoever the students are there, cater to them, learn and grow, and maybe add value to their lives. Then it becomes a great success. Rather, if I keep thinking, hey, this is not right, that's not right, the light in my room is not good enough, or maybe, no, I am not camera friendly a person, or I'm not this or that. So I'll just be talking and thinking and not acting. Taking an action is the real deal. Act. Basically, you've really got to act. You have to kind of be very, for example, if at the moment I've got around 50 odd videos on my channel. And if I keep working, there'll also be soon 500, there'll be 5,000, there'll be 50,000 if I keep working with the consistency that I'm eyeing at. So it would be really meaningful content, and it'll be consumed by the people who want it. Like, we are talking mental health, we are talking the NETure Batch, exclusively brought to you by the Palace of Words. So the ones who want to be benefited by it will surely be there, will tune in, will get the benefit, will reap the reward, go on with their lives. So the main real idea is to empower our own selves, to empower each other, and give it all that we can. As it's mostly said, together we all win. If we are, maybe if I'm good at math and someone is good at science, if that person helps me in science and I help the other person in mathematics, it's such a win-win situation for us. So that's something which is, of the utmost prime, which is the most important. And I guess mental health is again a journey which really have to be nurtured, which have to be embraced, and people really have to work upon themselves. I guess we're the greatest project for life. Our bodies, our temple, and we spend the most of our time with our own self, our thoughts, our actions. So, let's strive to make, it a good one. If we'll also be like in just a delulu that, hey, life's going on, it's a joyride, we need not to work, we need not to, have a plan of action, then we are all bound to doom. So we are the greatest project, as I've already said, we're the greatest projects there are, and we need to put in all the energy, all the effort, and we need to go all in to seek the reward. That's the only sure shot way of success. And there are no shortcuts always. To just say, there's a very beautiful quote. It says, "Only in a dictionary, success comes before work." That's true. You have to put in the hard work. You have to, nurture yourself. You have to stay strong and steadfast and have immaculate and boundless patience to crack your examinations, to crack life even. Patience is a virtue. Mental toughness is a virtue. Stability is a virtue. Being stubborn for the things that you firmly believe in is a virtue. So do things that takes you closer to your goal. And even it's beautifully said that, I don't want to be the Mr. Quotable quote here, but it's mostly said, every moment in time is taking you either closer to your goal or taking you away from it. So that's real, basically. That whenever we're just going with the conviction that, hey, this is my day, let's get better and, let's seize the day. And you just, the time simply slips by your hands. It happens, I guess it happens to the best of us. And best of us broke also. There have been breakdowns, there's self doubt. You have to be aware and ready for it. My idea of streaming it is not that I want to discourage you or I'm to tell you about failures, that how failures are terrible, or how maybe having a bad day is bad. Come on, any one of us can have a bad day. Even the best of our cricketers, they just get out without scoring a single run. They get out on a duck. This doesn't challenge or command or test their self-worth. And mental health को nurture करना is also a process. It will never happen overnight. Say, if my mental health might be totally screwed and I just, wake up suddenly in a day and I think, hey, now I'm going to have peak mental health. I am going to be the alpha. I'm going to be that main character energy in the room. It's a process. It will happen with time. It won't just happen that, hey, now I want to be this, I want to be that person, and to crack this exam. Let's go and get started. It's a process. Now, maybe if any skill we take on in any individual, they've learned it with sheer practice, with sheer brilliance, and being super stubborn about it. Practicing it night and day, practicing it time and again, and being in love with the process. So be in love with the process, my kings and queens of Palace of Words. Give it your all, give it your best. Because main idea is to just, be consistent, work, get better, adopt and see the opportunities, grab the right ones, shun the wrong ones, and get ahead with life. Succeed. So this will make you a man, this will make you an individual man or a woman. The thing is, mental health is again, a primary an aspect if you're studying. It's all about the mind, it's said, it's all in the mind. I could at this moment be the happiest person in my life. I could also be the saddest if I just keep counting my shortcomings or my troubles and I ignore my blessings. So obviously I do not have to be that kind of an nincompoop. We really need to regard our blessings and we really need to nurture our ideal way of life. We just do not have to get to this particular thing. We need not get to the sanctum that, hey, mostly we are like we are the people, and mostly it's about the sanctity and the sanctitum of the things. Okay, what I'm talking about, maybe I'm a bit of sleepy at the moment, but I really want to make profound sense. And I just want to talk about this important idea of being your best friend. Taking care of your mental health is prime in your life, in your examinations, in your career. And at this point of time in your youth, you'll mostly just be up with a number of things. Hey, Adi bhai, divine evening. Thank you very much for joining the stream and hope you've had your dinner. And I'm talking mental health today as the part of our NETure Batch at the Palace of Words. So here I'm trying to nurture students, and I have an offline batch I'm catering to in Shimla, and there are many online enrollments also coming up. So I really need to prepare them for the NET JRF December 2025 examination. And today, purely, we are talking mental health. So this is extremely important as even here, I guess it's Ani Bhai, you are the only one person who joined this at the moment. But a big shout out to you. Mr. Aniket Rohata is a dear brother. He's my kid brother. And he's just cracked his PU math examination and he was very close to cracking CAT. A very good aptitude in management, and he's just pursuing his MBA from Punjab University, the coveted Punjab University. Person with the knack of entrepreneurship, the love for books, nature, adventure, sports, fitness. And I guess, yeah, we've grown up together. Mostly we do have like a considerable age gap, but we are good buddies. We vibe together. And it's always wonderful to have brothers on stream. So, you can take a thing or two, take the lessons from Ani Bhai about management, about, finances. He's very good with it. And he's a music composer as well. He's a man with many hats. So, I'm also trying to cater to a community, Ani Bhai, at Palace of Words. Mostly the like minded people join. And I'm now addicted to this art of live streaming. Trust me, it's the fairest and the wonderful part of my day when I'm in front of the camera and all I have is like people to listen to me and I can talk and I can express myself and I'm getting all the love. And I'm also catering to this hybrid mode of education at Palace of Words. So basically, we are catering to the refined courses which we put in the description. So today I'm talking about a very generic topic. Mental health is important for us all. So the idea otherwise is that we mostly keep catering to having good notes and having these sessions as the recorded lectures at Power. Like Power basically is Palace of Words, Educational Reserve. So I'm loving the connect of the people that I meet. Since we are homies, we totally know each other. But the real deal is also that I get to create this outreach to the people whom I haven't met in person, but they're inspired by maybe a thing or two, a quotable quote, or this particular endeavor, this educational initiative that I'm running, and we really bond and vibe. There's exchange of numbers, there's exchange of ideas, there's a synergy of great ideas backed up with good action, because mental health is something we really need to work and act upon to make it better. Otherwise, the all we can do is constantly just be acting and talking big things. As now this trend is there. There have been like a lot of natural disasters in and across Himachal due to these torrential rains. So everyone has something or the other. Everyone has an opinion. Everyone's saying, "Oh, this is bad. This shouldn't be there. Save Mother Nature, safeguard it." But I guess there's only 1% people planting trees out there, or maybe actually contributing actively, maybe going on a cleanliness drive, conducting or organizing a cleanliness drive. Because main idea is it's very easy to be a critique. I have an honorary doctorate in psychology, so maybe this do not qualify me to talk about mental health, but I'm a human being. I've also had my mental turmoil at times, and I have, succumbed to it, and I've bravely kind of, surrendered and, killed it all with my stability and my focus and the energy and my acceptance. So I guess I have to be vocal about it. And I've also, as I said, been there, done that. Since I'm a power mentor now, I also was a student once. So the main idea is that basically I cater to quality and I cater to the value addition in the lives of students, in the lives of the kings and queens of Palace of Words. Then this particular holy hour becomes worthwhile. I'm doing instant streaming currently and I'm loving the process of streaming. Hugely loving it. I'm now a total stream addict. I've had like even today, I guess it's been around 4 plus hours of streaming. In the Brahmurit batch, I was up at around 4 in the morning, and I streamed for around good 7:30. It was about a 3 hour long stream, and I'm here with all the energy and my offline classes by the day, my certain projects that I've undertaken. But I guess it's good to connect here, to express, and the best part is it'll be there forever on YouTube, and people can always benefit by it. So it's beautiful, it's amazing, and I'm loving it. And I just want to add, I need to create value. Main part is value creation, and maybe obviously we have to come up with innovative ideas. We have to really come up with something nice and something edgy, and we have to be consistent. Because if I keep doing it daily, I'll cater to some good courses online, and I'll have like a niche of my own, which is education. I found my calling. I'll be an educator for life. Now I'm in the midlife. Within a fortnight, I turn 30, but I know, what I need to do for the rest of my life. It's education, it's, mentoring people, training, and even getting the skills myself. I recently completed my mountaineering course. One skill, one feather on my cap. So learning, learning is the most important thing. Physical activities give you the mental toughness. If you work out, if you sweat it in the gym or you play a sport, you get that warrior mentality that, never say die or stop at nothing, or a very sportsmanship spirit kind of inability and a mentality. That's really important. We really need this mental toughness. We really need to embrace the champion in our own selves. Because we're all champions, we're all winners, we're all victors in the field of education. We have, a long way to go. And taking good care of our own selves is the first step. Be it like civil services, be it, the net exam, be it like set exam, be it any specific exam that you're catering to. You need to be mentally and physically alive and aware, and you need good mental and physical well-being. You need to be healthy. Healthy is the real deal. So that's really, really important. Good health. It caters to, quality of our lives. And, we have to simply be living rather than, just being terrible or nasty. We have to live. We have to live wholeheartedly. We have to, give it our all. That shall be the idea. And the journey of 1,000 miles begin with a single step, and let's take that single step today. We have to, take good care of the basics. We have to be constantly physically being active, moving our body, running, gymming, jogging. There are umpteen of things to choose from. So you can just choose anything and everything, and be mentally alert, be, physically in complete vigor. So you're doing things on a daily basis. That is the idea. That you keep doing things, it's important. Now, I'll tell you one thing. If we just see things on the surface, maybe there's an individual who seems the happiest, who seems to have it all: wealth, riches, luxury, name, fame, XYZ, this, that. And we see him smiling, we see him or her smiling, her or him smiling, and we just make assumptions. We humans are the best at passing judgments, we humans are the best at making comments. So we just see the other individual, happy, and we feel, oh, how lucky, born with the silver spoon, this, that. That's the basic rant we have. And we feel we envy the other person. Oh my God, how blessed the other person is, how fortunate he or she is, driving an expensive car, living in an airy house, castle, palace like house. Why aren't we as successful? So then we suckle, we really sulk a lot. And we do not know about any person's inner condition. Now, I could be the person being really happy, being around, having it all sorted, figured out, and externally, someone else might be looking at my life as an ideal life. That, hey, look at this man, he's perfect, he's living a life. But on the other hand, there could be some turmoils that I'm having. There could be things that maybe I'm not happy with my life. I'm not happy with the things I'm doing. I might be on a tussle with my co-workers in the office, or I might be hating the job I do. Or it could be a number of things, a number of mm, discomforts, or it could be something that's just out of context totally. So that has nothing. My demeanor outside has nothing to do with my mental well-being. People try to stay strong for as long as they can be, and it's important to cry. It's important to express. Now, if we talk about this male-female debate, we get the patriarchy here. We get the smash the patriarchy team, or we talk feminism. If we talk about men and women, mostly men are made to have certain roles. Oh, men have to be dominant, men have to be this, men do not cry and things, and girls have to play a certain role. Girls have to be really submissive, they have to be like docile, they have to be agyakari and things like that, sanskari and things. First and foremost, this double standard should be completely chalked out. This is not good. And the idea should be completely a part of the gender, and we should talk about each other's happiness also. There should be like a checklist on how happy an individual is. If maybe I could have a high paying job, but I'm having like 14 hours, 16 hours shift, and I'm just earning enough to even like buy a Lamborghini every week. But I do not have like that day off to ride the Lamborghini. What's the point? Isn't that nasty and terrible and gross? So the real deal has to be adding value to our lives every day, listen, learn, be in the best of our health, and then ace the exam that we're eyeing at. I know at a day and age when we are young, we need to win the world. We just, have like a very, there's a thing called, megalomaniac image of our own selves. Like, oh, we are like, our home is on the top of the clouds kind of an image. But the real deal is to be around with the reality, learn, grow, be patient, be humble, learn the virtue of patience, learn the virtue of humility, and be inspired and impacted by our environment in the good way. See, environment is something that surrounds us and it has a deeper subconscious impact on ourselves. Maybe if we live in a neighborhood around kind people, kindness is something we'll proliferate and propagate. That's a deal. But on the other hand, we're just with people who are nasty, who are gross, who have terrible language, who have, bad ways. We'll be like, frustrated and we'll just be holding our head in the corner that, what kind of barbarians I'm between. So the real deal is to, take care of yourself, get better. And rather than playing the blame game, be the victor, take action, take charge, take a step to change. That really matters, that is what matters most, and that's something that takes us places also, because it's very important to have a great mindset. वो हिंदी में हम बोलते भी ना, मन के हारे हार है, मन के जीते जीत. तो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है एक मेंटल टफनेस होना हमारे में. मेंटल टफनेस होगी तो then we'll kind of we'll have the energy, we'll take it places. So ये बड़ी इंपॉर्टेंट है मेंटल टफनेस, क्योंकि ये है तो सब कुछ है. ये खत्म तो फिर कुछ भी नहीं है. You might be having it all, but you lose it all. सब खोखला है without the right kind of mental health, without the right kind of support in the family, without the right kind of being expressive to the other people. सबको issues होते हैं. I still remember I used to have some terrible maniac episodes as like a college going, as a university going student. मतलब बड़े energy fixes होते थे. I was diagnosed with the borderline bipolar disorder. Maybe in a week, मैं क्या था मेरा एक scenario कि like in a month, 3 months in a week, I'm top notch, higher energy than even required. But 1 week in a month is like I'm drained, I'm a dead fish, I'm dead as a dodo. एक दो बार ये पैटर्न होने लगा, फैमिली नोटिस्ड, एंड माय मदर, शी रिकमेंडेड मी थेरेपी, शी रिकमेंडेड मी getting consulted by a psychiatrist, and that was a turning point in my life. I embraced mental health and लगा कि यार कुछ नहीं है, सब एक जैसे तो है, it's a phase, it'll go away. It got very clinical and nasty into the end of the university days. I literally had severe mental breakdowns whenever I was away from home and I couldn't handle myself and things. और फिर क्या था कि वो ही ब्लेम गेम नहीं खेलनी चाहिए ना, अरे ये है हमारा तो ये इशू है, हम कुछ कर नहीं पा रहे, नो ऑलवेज एक ना, इन द गेम ऑफ थ्रोन्स टिरियन लैनिस्टर का एक बड़ा प्यारा कोट है दैट इफ यू एक्सेप्ट योर फ्लॉज नो वन कैन यूज इट अगेंस्ट यू। ये बड़ी सच्ची बात है, टू वियर आवर फ्लॉज लाइक एन आर्मर। और हमने जब खुद एक्सेप्ट कर दिया है ना कि यार ये एक सिचुएशन, इसको बदलना है, तो वो बदली जाती है। एक बार वही रोना गाते रहे, अरे नहीं नहीं भाई, मेरी तो टांगों में वीकनेस है, मेरी तो टांगों में पानी है, मैं नहीं उठ पाऊंगा, मेरी टांगे टूट जाएगी एंड थिंग्स, तो वही होगा। कॉन्स्टेंटली बी योर बेस्ट सेल्फ, अच्छे से काम करो, मेहनत करो, दैट इज द रियल डील, और आप बेटर हो जाते हो। पेशेंस रखो। Now I'm thankfully in the peak of my mental well-being. I do not need any pills or medication. My mental health is great. I'm a mountain biker. I'm a mountaineer. I do things to keep me healthy, keep me fit. I'm a dual doctorate in English literature and psychology. It comes with patience. It comes with regard. It comes with the beautiful journey that we have to undertake. This is really important. ये है तो सब कुछ है। मेंटल हेल्थ इसकी ये नहीं है तो फिर तो खोखले हो आप, ऑलरेडी रिपीटेड है। आई डोंट वांट टू बी रिपीटेटिव एंड बोरिंग, बट इसको नर्चर करने के भी फिर कुछ तरीके हैं। टेकिंग गुड केयर ऑफ योर मेंटल हेल्थ इज नॉट एन ओवरनाइट थिंग कि कोई मैंने घड़ी का सेल नहीं है कि यार नहीं चल रहा, निकाला, फेंका, चेंज कर दिया, ठीक ठीक चल रहा है। इट्स लाइक constant struggle basically to get better. Struggle भी नहीं बोलना चाहिए, it's like constant endeavor, constant task to get better. यार हमें ध्यान रखना है अपनी हेल्थ का, फिजिकल हेल्थ का, मेंटल हेल्थ का। हम कितना फिजिकली अपना कितना ध्यान रखते हैं, थोड़ा सा कट भी लग जाए, टेटनस का इंजेक्शन लगा लेते हैं, बैंडेड्स लगा लेते हैं, तो ऐसे ही फिजिकल वूंड्स हमें इतनी बुरी लगती है, तो मेंटल वूंड्स आल्सो शुड बी क्लेंस्ड। सबका कुछ ना कुछ होता है, किसी की ना किसी की कोई कहानी होती है, कोई चाइल्डहुड ट्रॉमा होता है, कोई कुछ होता है, कोई प्री कंसीव्ड नोशंस होते हैं। The problems are like endless. It's way more than the millions and millions and the billions of the money people have in their accounts. But the real deal is inner wellness, inner peace. ये बहुत important है. That we are the victor of any situation we are in. We can get out of any situation which we just were forced to be in. Mental toughness, attitude, and what are made of? बोलते हैं ना, ambition is made of stern stuff. So आप में कितना गूदा है कुछ करने के लिए. So God also at times put you at the test, but as it said, God always gives the toughest of the battles to the bravest of the soldiers. So ध्यान रखना बड़ा important है. We really take a good care of our mental health. We really take good care of our particular language, our motives, our wallets, and our opinions. सबसे बड़ी बात तो है ना, words. Words pierce even farther and even terrible than a bullet. ये बुलेट भी नहीं करते कुछ, चांटे वांटे हड्डियां तोड़ना भी उतनी दर्द नहीं करता जितना शब्दों की चोट करती है। एंड जेन अल्फा इज गुड एट इट। एक मिनट पे आपको बता देगी, अरे दिस इज राइट, दिस इज रॉन्ग, दिस इज द वे टू गो, दिस इज नॉट द रियल थिंग टू डू। सो मेक श्योर दैट you do not listen to such criticism. Obviously, you don't listen to the flattery all the times also, but you sense out what's genuine and what's fake. You do that every time. And after that, the main idea is, the real deal basically is about maybe, the real deal is to figure your own self out. We Patana, I keep saying that on my classes, on my live streams, that इधर ही कुड बी अ नाइट आउल, रात को पढ़ लो 4 बजे तक, 5 बजे तक भी जागे रहना पड़े तो रह सकता है। इधर यू कुड बी एन अर्ली मॉर्निंग पर्सन कि 4 बजे उठा लो, 3:30 उठा लो, हम उठ जाएंगे। एंड डू व्हाट वर्क्स फॉर यू, डोंट बी अ पीपल प्लीजर यार। ये कोई देखो, एग्जाम जो है ना हमने खुद ही देना है। तो जब एग्जाम खुद देना है, प्रिपरेशन सारी खुद करनी है सेल्फ स्टडी से, कंसेप्ट हमें एक टीचर ने बताया, सो वी शुड बी ग्रेटफुल फॉर दैट टीचर, हिम और हर, एंड वी शुड वर्क अप विद ऑल आवर माइट, विद ऑल आवर एनर्जी फॉर आवर एग्जामिनेशंस। तो एग्जामिनेशंस में काम करना बड़ा जरूरी है, और खुद से ही होता है वो। इट्स नो मैजिक पिल, इट्स नो मैजिक पोशन कि आई रिमेंबर कुछ ऐसे some certain incident where kindness really saves the day। काइंडनेस तो ज़रूरी है, रेसिप्रोकेट करना काइंडनेस को उससे भी ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है। एंड आई गेस अपने लिए तत्पर रहना, फाइंड अ रियलिटी बेटर देन योर ड्रीम्स, दैट इज द वे टू गो, राइट? It's about creating a reality that's better, that's more beautiful, and vivid and profound than an entire dream। ये चीज़ें ना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है कि अगर हम जो काम कर रहे हैं, हमारी मेंटल टफनेस बड़ी अच्छी है, फिजिकल वेल बीइंग ऑन पॉइंट है, तो हम कभी गलती कर ही नहीं सकते। विल नेवर मेक अ मिस्टेक। काम करना बड़ा ज़रूरी है, एफर्ट्स देना बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है। इट रियली इंस्पायर्स अस, इट रियली मेक्स अस अ यूनिक बीइंग। तो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है कि हम ना काम से जाने जाए, कोई अपने रोने से नहीं, अरे यार ये है, मेरे को तो हेडेक है, मेरे को ये है, मेरे को वो है, मेरा तो पैर ही नहीं है, मेरा तो एक हाथ ही नहीं है। बहुत सारी चीज़ें होती है, ऐसे भी लोग होते हैं जिनके हाथ पैर नहीं होता है, बट इट्स द एटीट्यूड दैट सेट्स पीपल अपार्ट। हम फुटपाथ पे चढ़ाए भी लोगों हाथ टेढ़े मेढ़े करके, वो धूप के काले चश्मे पहन के जो देख सकते हैं, वो लोगों को भी हमने भीख मांगते देखा है। एंड हमने उन लोगों को जिनका कोई हाथ नहीं था, एक पैर नहीं थी, कुछ इशू था, कुछ प्रॉब्लम थी लाइफ में, वो बहुत अच्छा अपनी लाइफ में कर रहे हो, कोई एंटरप्रेन्योर्स है, वो कोई ब्यूरोक्रेट्स है, दे लिविंग द लाइफ इन अ वेरी डिग्निफाइड वे। सो डिग्निटी सर्विस है, गेस आप काम करो, मेहनत करो, आपको उसका रिवॉर्ड तो मिलता ही मिलता है, दैट इज रियल। एंड देन अगेन डिग्निटी इज द इम्पैक्ट यू क्रिएट इन द वर्ल्ड यार। व्हाट आर यू इफ ऑल योर मनी इज लॉस्ट? अभी तो इट्स इजी फॉर पीपल, नथिंग इज कॉन्फिडेंशियल, दिस पर्सन ओन्स दिस मनी, दिस पर्सन ओन्स दिस कार, दैट हाउस, ये वो ब्ला ब्ला लॉट। And the moment we like step foot in someone's house, we talk to a person, we start judging. Oh my God, he's an illiterate. Oh my God, he seems too high of himself. He's got an accent and things. But we hardly recall our own selves that, what are we made of? If, if to form an opinion about hundreds or millions and billions of people, it won't even require us a second. But on the other hand, if we just have to take an opinion of someone whose opinion totally doesn't matter to you, that's none of your concern. Half the battle is won. If in maybe a class of 50, do you think any 50 people are constantly binge watching on who's doing what's being done? They're busy engrossed in their work, they're doing some assignment, they are maybe writing some notes for their thesis of the PhD. But the main idea is Tehna, Tehrav, stillness, like you're there, you're aware. The dance of awareness is the real joy. So keep at it. Be, foolish. Stay hungry, stay foolish is a thing. And, stay hungry in a way. Have childlike enthusiasm, have curiosity, but be aware about what's going on in your shop. That's eventually your dream, your brainchild. So just go ahead, see that, hey, everything's on point, everything's so good, and things happen. Work. बहुत बार लोग कहते हैं, अरे लोग वेले हो जाते हैं ना तभी मेंटल हेल्थ के ड्रामे कर लेते हैं, ये हो गया, वो हो गया, ऐसा हो गया, या टाइम पास करने आए होते हैं वो शहरों में, एंड वो सोचते रहे बस आज तो मतलब ये 2-3 चीज़ें हैं जो करनी होती है, इसके बाद वर्ल्ड इज ऑयस्टर, कोई पूछेगा नहीं क्या अच्छा किया, क्या बुरा किया। दैट्स अ थिंग that has literally happened in our country. But the main idea is, the main agenda behind this discourse on mental health is that mental health should be like a benefactor that helps, rather than just having it there and let's making a gung ho about it. It should be cherished, it should be embraced, and people should be totally enriched and submerged in the mental health. That's really prime, and that's mostly important to the greatest and the greatest of the context, right? So even you can put forth, like, whenever you get to see the stream, you can put forth your views. And here, Parul is the name of the person you can snapshot to. Thank you very much, Parul. You're awesome. So keep at it with all the might, all the zest. So yeah, that would be like mostly a bit of an outline about mental health. We have a noble soul who joined us. Any questions on mental health that you want to ask us? The podium is free, the floor is open. So if there's anything that you have in your mind, we will discuss that, of course. It's like hard, of course. One member eats something or the other, and it's all entangled up. And that's again perception again. We are checking, we are seeing here what the scenario is, what the thing is, what's happening. That's like, key thing at the Palace of Words. So yeah, that is so nice. That is exceptional, and we should take care of our overall well-being. सिर्फ mentally नहीं, physically भी बड़ा अच्छा होना चाहिए, right? Physical well-being should be on point, and everything should be the way it is supposed to be. Just say वही था. So it was about two brothers, Oxford brothers. There were three of them. Long story short, so it's the actions जो justify कर लेता है. मुझे मिल गया था कि अरे ये कुछ है. There's a ring, there's any ornament or a piece of jewelry. So the real deal is, the real idea is to give our best, to nurture our mental health to the greatest of the extent. That is prime. देखो, वो नहीं करोगे तो बड़ा मुश्किल हो जाएगा, बहुत बुरा हो जाएगा. So please, you give it your all, you give it your best, you live and lead life wonderfully, joyfully. That's the real deal, and that's the thing that needs to be accomplished, right? So I guess we'll have more vivid discussions. Noble souls have joined in. And what do you think? What's your approach on mental health, gentlemen, ladies? Afraid about the people. Burrito eating guy is the lad, of course. And last, the lad, individual. Gender is not a thing anymore. It's 2025. So what are your opinion, or what's the standpoint behind it, basically? So yeah, no, quite the same. That each to his or her own again. It's like going, like it's that's a matter of genius again. Huh? If you've pulled it off so smartly and wisely, and I guess yeah, she's like one time real poker player. As the one time the poker player entered or he hidden a dem, and he suddenly left in the middle of a forest. Oh, nice spooky tale. So it's just about this conviction of ours that is really going to make us braver, stronger, taller, sharper, better. So let's be at it, and let's have this forum as to be the most beautiful one, most vivid one. And I guess whatever questions you have, you can put on the comment section anytime. You can come visit live and see the benefits. So let's make it happen, of course. Let's make this a thing. And I'm feeling very happy that I'm communicating on a daily basis and things are top notch, and hope it continues. And life is a blissful bliss, right? And Har Mahadev with everything. And together we'll strive to build our palace of words bigger, better, and divine. And yes, let's stick around. Let's be at our best. Thank you very much for being part of this immaculate stream. Har Har Mahadev.